We all know movies are unrealistic, or, well, they can be unrealistic. It depends. Some are more realistic than others, but we all understand that the makers of movies take some creative liberties when making them, and there is one area of movies, especially action movies, that tends to be portrayed somewhat unrealistically. Many people do not understand how explosions work. Now, of course, if you are caught right in the center of an explosion, you will be incinerated into ash. That everyone understands that, and the majority of movies understand that as well. I mean, of course, if it's a fictional movie, and if a character has supernatural powers, then that's different. But for an average person, an average living creature will be incinerated if they are caught in the center of an explosion. But it is when people or beings are further away from explosions that movies tend to not understand how physics work. Like, a lot of movies show that as long as someone is not caught in the initial blast of heat and flame from an explosion, they'll simply be thrown backward without further damage. That is not accurate. If you are far enough away from an explosion to not be incinerated by the flames, the shock wave is still quite dangerous. So we know shockwaves from explosions can shatter glass and stone. So your body, the body of an organic being, will be ripped to bloody shreds by the shockwave from an explosion. And then, of course, now, if you're even further back, if you are far enough away from an explosion to not be incinerated by the flames or ripped to shreds by the shockwave, there is still a very real possibility that you might suffer severe or even permanent hearing loss. So explosions are dangerous. In order to be far enough away from an explosion to not suffer any damage of any sort, I don't know the exact distance, but you'd have to be very far away from an explosion to not be harmed by it in any way, shape, or form. So I just thought I'd share this random bit of trivia with everyone. So hopefully none of us here shall ever be in close proximity to an explosion. But if we are, just keep this in mind. You need to be very far away in order to not suffer any negative effects. So thank you very much for listening.